I am Lee from Lee Likes Music, the #1 place to share, explore, and rate music from Bandcamp. Today we're going to review an EP from a post-punk band which is called Xerox. So that's coming up. So Xerox is a post-punk band that originally came from Australia. They formed back in 2009, and I think in 2009, during that time, they also moved to San Francisco. So as of now, they are a San Francisco-based band. They released a couple of EPs in the start of their career. They also released a full-length album, and now, earlier this year, they also came out with this EP, which is called M.Y.T.H. And I recently started checking out this band, and I have to say that a lot of their material is really solid and very, very interesting. On the EP that I'm going to review today, for example, M.Y.T.H, there's this post-punk sound, and they're mixing this together with some pop elements. There are a lot of noisy guitars and sounds going on here, and it all sounds very gloomy, but at the same time kind of uplifting. It's very hard to describe, but it's very unique, at least. The first track on this EP is called M.Y.T.H, and it has this very monotonous vocal pattern going on. During the whole EP, the vocals really don't take that much of a part. I feel like the vocals are like an extra thing layered on top of the guitars and the drums and the synths that are here. The vocals aren't leading the band in any way, it's just a part of the whole mashup of sounds. The synth and the guitars on this track bring forth this very profound melody. I also like how there's some dynamics here in the song so that it doesn't become too monotonous, like the vocals, for example. I feel like they are very monotonous, but in general, I really like the dynamics. For example, you can hear this on the difference between the second verse and the pre-chorus. The second verse is very quiet, it's toned down, but when the pre-chorus comes, all this energy is kind of erupting out. So yeah, I think I'll give this first track a 7 out of 10. The second song is called Ingenue. I have no idea how I pronounce that name. There's some dark synths here, the guitars are very... how can I put it? They sound digitalized. It almost sounds like the guitar is melding together with some synth or some electronic component. I really can't find out whether it is a guitar or a synth during the first half of the song, or at least during the first passages of the song. It's quite weird. The whole soundscape, the whole sonic atmosphere is very noisy, it's very disorienting at times. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me a little bit of a band called Preoccupations. They were also known as Viet-Cong before. So if you listen to Viet-Cong, which is a full-length album by Preoccupations, there are some similarities there in terms of the experimentation and the noise that both of these bands are bringing forth. To be honest, I feel like this song was one of the downers of the albums, or not one of the downers, it was actually the downer, because it was so rigid, it was very monotonous, and yeah, it just goes on, and I feel like it's kind of lengthy, although it's really not that lengthy at all, but I just feel like it's a song that I don't want to listen to over and over because it doesn't have that much replay value for me, at least. So yeah, because of the monotonousness and the rigidness, I have to give it a 6 out of 10. Track number 3 is called 0 Hour, and it starts out with this limerence of a guitar, but then it kind of erupts into a more driving song. I love how spacey the guitar sounds during the chorus. All of the instruments, the vocals, and just everything manages to capture this very disorienting and panicking feeling, while at the same time managing to bring forth something very engaging and catchy throughout the song. It is packaged in such a neat way with all of these small alterations. For example, if you listen to the last, I think it's the last chorus, yeah, you can hear on the drums there's this extra hi-hat hit that the drummer is providing, which is, it's just a small thing, but it adds so much to the overall experience of the song. So yeah, 0 Hour was an amazing track. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. The fourth track is called Dilatation, and it has this very gloomy and almost depressive guitar intro provided by the synths and the guitar. And there are also these alterations within the song of these very noisy guitars coming in and out. Now, later on in the song kind of progresses into a more atmospheric passage where all of the instruments, especially the guitars, are very low in volume, and then there's put more emphasis on the synths and what more? There's more emphasis on the synth and the rhythm, and this, yeah, it's very dynamic in this way, and it makes the whole song a lot more interesting. This last part that is very atmospheric sounding, it goes on for a very, very long time. It almost feels like this foggy vertigo of a passage, and it's kind of nice. It is something that you kind of have to live yourself into, I feel. But it adds a lot of dynamics to the song. It adds a lot of value. Dilatation, I feel a 7 out of 10 on this one. So to sum up, I want to say that the sound on this EP, it's very versatile. Some of the songs, for example, the first one is very poppy. It has this very catchy and driving feel to it, while at the same time there's also tracks who are more noisy, disorienting, almost gloomy, and yeah, it adds a lot of dynamics to the overall sound image. I can't really compare this group to that many other punk bands because I really haven't listened to that much punk myself, so be cautious in the comments, guys. I really don't have that much of a repertoire, or I don't have that much knowledge when it comes to other punk bands or post-punk bands. But if I was to compare it to something that I've heard before, I would say that some of the guitar passages here, some of the melodic tendencies of the guitars in Rank Xerox has similarities to At the Drive-In. So the guitarist in At the Drive-In has this very dissonant way of playing notes and chords on the guitar. And I find a very similar way of playing the guitar in this EP right here. As I mentioned earlier on as well in this video, they also remind me a little bit of the Preoccupations in the way that they are very noisy. They also have this post-punk feeling to them. So yeah, you can check those bands out if you want to. They've been putting out some amazing works over the years. Another thing that I also found to be positive about this EP is that the first 3 tracks are very short. If they were more lengthier, I feel like they could have dragged things out a bit. But yeah, these first 3 tracks, they have a length of 2.5 minutes up to around 3 minutes, which I think is just a great length for those songs. So yeah, the EP M.Y.T.H by Rank Xerox, sorry, I'm gonna give this EP a 7 out of 10. Go and check it out. There's a link to it in the comments, the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please feel free to subscribe if you are interested in checking out, exploring, rating, and sharing music from Bandcamp, because that is what I'm doing here. Just bring forth the best music that we can get from Bandcamp and try to highlight artists that really need more attention. So if that's something for you, then click that red subscribe button below. Also, if you've heard Rank Xerox music before, or if you've just started to checking them out, let me know what you think in the comments below. Very interested in just, yeah, having other people sharing their thoughts here, okay? That's it. Thank you again for watching. Hope to see you later. Bye. Woo-hoo. Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today